today's class. This is K. Venkatadri, lecturer in physics. Before we are going to discuss about the p-n junction junctions. P-n junction is the metallurgical boundary between the N and P regions of semiconductor crystal. Will produce discontinuities in the regular crystal lattice and will stop the flow of electrons and holes across the interface. P-n junction is the basic building block of a large number of devices, including integrated circuits. Therefore, p-n junction action will be taken. What are the p-type and n-type materials? P-type materials or p-type semiconductors are classified into p-type and n-type semiconductors. A p-type material is one in which holes are majority carriers, that is, they are positively charged material. And n-type material is one in which electrons are majority charged carriers, that is, they are negatively charged materials. Next, descriptions of p-n junction action. At a thermally equilibrium condition, this is called as the thermally equilibrium condition. This thermally equilibrium condition indicates there is no any external force. This is called as the P neutral region and N neutral region, and this is called as the electric field or space charge region or deflection region. Therefore, there are electric field, it will be inbuilt. Why? Because the electrons and holes are already in the junction. These two junctions is called as the double layer. Therefore, thermally equilibrium, the magnitude of the built-in field is such that the diffusion of electrons and holes is exactly balanced by their drift tendencies and no net current flows across the junction. There is no net current flows across the junction, but the electric field in the space charge region causes potential difference between the P and N neutral region. This potential difference is called as the built-in voltage. Applications of bias. Bias, we have to given an external force to the junction, either forward bias or reverse bias, whatever it may be. In forward bias, we have to connect it to the positive, and reverse bias, it is in vice versa, in opposite direction. An external voltage to the p-n junction is called biasing. It disturbs the balance between the diffusion and drift currents of electrons and holes. A net current flows across the junction. This space charge region is deflected of mobile carriers. Its resistance is much higher than that of the neutral N and P region, and practically all the bias voltage appears across high resistivity region. And then next we can go to the next slide. Applications of bias. It is in the neutrally thermal equilibrium. It is neutral charge. There is no any external force. Diffusion of electrons and diffusion of holes will be simultaneously injected to this p-n junction. Therefore, electric field on holes, electric field on electrons. This is n region and this is p region. Therefore, the concentrations of electrons and holes, it will gradually increases and decreases, whatever it may be. The space charge region will be gradually increases or decreases. It is depending upon the applied voltage. This is called as the forward bias condition. This forward bias condition, the majority and minority carriers is observed here. The majority carriers in the p region, we have to apply the external field to this p region, I mean positive. The positive, therefore holes are injected to this p region. Here in this region the electrons are here. Therefore both holes and electrons are neutralized. Some electrons and holes are expanded. Therefore some electrons and holes are neutralized automatically, and at the same time the negative charge of the particle, therefore negative charge is connected to the n region. Therefore electrons are inserted to this n region. Here the positive charge, positive charge holes are inbuilt. Therefore these electrons and holes are neutralized. Therefore gradually deflection region is decreased due to the forward bias. And then it is in reverse bias. In reverse bias, majority carriers, all are majority carriers. Why? Because in this deflection region, here is the negative ions. We have to give into the p region negative charge and n region positive charge. Therefore both are is in thermally equilibrium condition and both are is in equilibriumly equally doped. Therefore there is no any minority carriers, both are in majority carriers. That's why the width of this region is gradually increases. Therefore space charge layer with the width in p-n junction under, it is called as zero bias, it is called as forward bias, and it is called as reverse bias. This is called as the energy band diagram of p-n junction. Both sides of the junctions are uniformly doped, and that the transition between n and p region is abrupt. When two are in contact, majority carriers flows across the junction down the concentration gradient till the Fermi level on the two junctions. This is called as Fermi level in p type. This is called as Fermi level and n type. Therefore both are in contact. It is called as the conduction bond energy. This is called as the valence bond energy. Therefore Fermi level, it is nearer to the p type in valence bond and it is nearer to the Fermi level in the conduction bond. Therefore electrons are flow from the p to n region. Therefore the conduction band and the valency band will be gradually increases and decreases. It is depending upon the magnetic carriers flow of current. Therefore, when applied external electrical field, it is in thermally equilibrium condition. Therefore, Fermi level in P region and N region, the conduction band, therefore Fermi level in conduction band nearer to the Fermi level is nearer to the conduction band. Fermi level is nearer to the valency band in P region. Therefore, forward bias. The bending in conduction energy and valency energy corresponding to an electric field that is directed from N to P region and whose magnitude at any point is given by the slope of band edges. The changes in EC, conduction energy and valency energy which occurs over the junction deflection region is QVI. Here VI is called as the built-in voltage. Therefore, their bond width or the width of the junction is gradually decreases in Fermi in forward bias. And the diffusion and drift tendencies of electrons can be expressed in terms of the corresponding the current to densities JND and JNF. The same thing will happen to the holes and JPD and JPF. Jn plus Jp is equal to 0. It is impossible to diffusion and drift tendencies of electrons and holes both are equal to the 0. It is impossible due to the electrons and holes are move across the junction in opposite direction. That is equal to Jn is equal to minus Jp, which means the electric field, the electrons and holes moves across the junction the same direction. This is impossible. That's why Jn is equal to Jp is equal to 0. In case of reverse bias, therefore in reverse bias, the energy band diagram for reverse bias and potential barrier increases to Vi plus Vr. Therefore, Vr is equal to reverse voltage and Va is equal to inbuilt voltage. Therefore, majority carriers are both are equal. That majority carriers both are equal. The total current flows across this junction is gradually increases, and also the width of this junction is also increases due to the majority carriers. There is no any minority carriers. That minority carriers, in case of there is a minority carriers, some electrons and holes are neutralized. But here in forward direction there is no any minority carriers. Both are in majority carriers. Therefore, deflection region is also gradually increases. This is called as the. Thank you.